Start your engines. It's time to drive inspector success.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Crow, and I am here with Driving Inspector Success. So we're not driving today, so maybe that'll help some of you that are motion sickness prone, okay? We are at my office, and we're doing a lot of great stuff. Man, I have to tell you, it has just been such a busy morning. We met with the team this morning. We talked about numbers and so many other things. And I just made some notes over here of things that I need to talk about, things that I want to share. By the way, a quick shout out to John, Cecilia, and Michelle. John, congratulations and happy birthday, my friend. You are a true icon in this industry. And I just want you to know I appreciate you and what you and your amazing wife, Michelle, have done over the years, not to mention raising a couple of amazing kids, okay? But to get back to driving inspector success, you know, one of the things that I talked about even yesterday was, again, how to make more per inspection. I'm not going to try to go into that too deep. It was fun because we had a call last night. We had a webinar. And by the way, we're going to do the webinar again next Wednesday. And we had a webinar last night. And one of my members came on and he joined us. And it was so much fun because I'm talking about how our guys are about $100 more per inspection than they usually were when they joined us. And sure enough, last night he goes, oh yeah, I'm easily $100 more per inspection than I was when I first started with Mike. And he's been with us, a couple of years. But honestly, I think he's probably more than that if you go all the way back to the beginning and even take a look at going deeper than that. The other guy, it just blew me away. His name is Preston, and his amazing wife, Rashida. They're just incredible people. And one of the things that he said was, yeah, I joined Mike the first year I was in business. I did 74 inspections. Not bad, really. 74 inspections. And then I joined Mike at Mission 24 last year and joined his coaching program. And he said, I was hoping to get to 200 inspections by the end of the year. And they did over 280 plus inspections. And that's the kind of stuff you get when you start figuring out that there are secrets, there are things that you can do that really takes your business to that next whole level. And there are some great people in this industry willing to help make sure that you learn that. Now, I am bringing together a bunch of those great people at Mission 25, which will be March 10th, 11th, and 12th. And that will be here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. This will be an incredible event where I'm bringing in speakers of all types. Now, this is for business owners. This is not for every inspector. And if you're working for somebody else, then, man, let your manager, boss, the owner of the company know that he probably wants to come see and just experience this because it's so simple, so straightforward. Some of the stuff that we're going to teach them, they're going to walk away with. And, of course, we have incredible guarantees on top of all that. Now, let me give you a couple of things here that I thought were really, really important, and I've mentioned them a couple of times, and that is unique selling points. Here's the big thing is you need to have at least 3 or 4 unique selling points that make you different than like 70 to 80% of your competition. And then you need to have at least one incredible unique selling point that makes you different than like almost everybody, okay, 99.9%. And there are so many things that you can do inside of that to help you have that. Now, we talked about doing computerized reports, right? And in the back in 1988, when we started doing computerized reports, nobody was really doing them. We were the first one to do a computerized report on site. There were some people that were doing them, but, they were taking it home and typing it all up and then sending it out. Which brings me to one of my next big points. Not only do our guys do the computerized report, but we do that computerized report and we do it right on site. We do it right on site and give it to the client while we're standing at the inspection. Here's a phrase that I want you to hear. Speed and accuracy. Speed and accuracy will get you more money per inspection than just about any other things. And in fact, think about this. The companies that can deliver things to you faster, you want to work with them more so than companies that don't get you things until a week later or 2 weeks later. I know that, and in fact, in some cases, think about this. They'll ask you, hey, we'll ship this to you for free, right? We'll ship this to you for free, but it'll take, 3 to 4 weeks. Or you can pay for this kind of shipping and it'll get there in 2 to 3 days. And if you need it overnight, well, then it costs this amount. So I'm going to tell you one thing you could do to raise your prices, and you could charge more for when do you need the report by. We can give you the report, in this time frame, and there's no additional charge for that whatsoever. If you need the report, next day, then there's this price. But if you want the report at the time of the inspection, well, it's this price. Now, we build that in as one of our unique selling points where we deliver that report right then on site every single inspection. And it's one of the reasons we can charge more per inspection because we deliver that speed and accuracy for our inspection. And people want that. That's what they want. And so not only do we do a really good, solid inspection, but we have that. Another unique selling point, for instance, and this is like one of my favorites, okay, is our 200% guarantee. Now, I had heard about this in other industries, and then I decided, how could I do that in the home inspection industry? And it took me 2 years. I'm going to give it to you in 20 seconds, right? It took me 2 years to create that. But here's it very simple. We're going to do an inspection for you. If you're not absolutely, completely thrilled with the inspection, not only am I not going to charge you, I'll pay to have another inspector come out and re-inspect the house for you. Your competition is going to go, you're out of your ever-loving mind. You're probably saying, you're out of your ever-loving mind. That's okay. We can teach you just a couple little secrets to really make that work. And I think I mentioned that over 15 plus years, we've had 2 or 3 people take us up on that. It is probably one of the most cost-effective, unique selling points that we've ever put into place. And then there are warranties out there, and you can go buy warranties from people, or in some states, you can do the warranty yourself. And at Mission 25, we're going to have some people there that will show you how you can do the warranties yourself, and or you can buy the warranties from other people as well. All right? So think about some of these things as unique selling points. It is one of the most powerful and one of the most important things that you can do. And if you don't have unique selling points, you're really, really selling yourself on price. You're a commodity. So why would you do that? Why would you set yourself up where, hey, come use us because we are, just lower in price than most other inspectors. And it just doesn't work. And it's a race to the bottom. And so I would just tell you, avoid that. And here's something else very, very simple. You can raise prices $10, $20, $30, and then put that into warranties or put that into other things that people would get at the time of the inspection. One of the things we used to do is and we don't do this one anymore, we used to give a free toolkit with every inspection. And people would look at the toolkit, and it was a pretty nice toolkit, all right? And we'd give them the toolkit, and they would look at that and go, wow, that's pretty snazzy. We built that into the price of our inspection, right? You ever hear anybody say, oh, that is free, okay? But you're paying for something? Oh, that's free with your car. But you're paying for it with your car because of different things. Oh, that's, I love Disney. I just think Disney backwards and forwards and sideways. Oh, you get that for free with your membership, your annual pass or whatever. You're paying for it. That's that when you pay for that pass, trust me, you're paying for it. And so there's so many other things that are involved there. So the unique selling points is one of the number one most important things that you definitely want to keep in mind. Now, I sat down with some of our folks this morning, and we are putting into place, we have a new assistant general manager, and we're training him to be the general manager of the company. And I will tell you, he is just kicking butt, doing amazing stuff. And one of the things that we sat down today, and we talked about the difference between lag and lead, or maybe let's say it this way, lead and lag KPIs or key performance indicators. So you don't really know whether you're succeeding unless you're measuring certain indicators in your business to really help make sure that you're doing a great job. So just give you a few. and I'm going to give them to you from our client coordinator perspective. All right. So our client coordinators have several jobs. And Krista did a great job this morning as we were talking about breaking it down into 3 different parts. So she said, hey, priority number 1 is booking inspections, right? When that phone rings, we don't want it to ring more than 2 times and then we answer it. And by the way, we also, of course, have a backup call center who should be at Mission 25, so you can have that, see that, and be able to take the business, help you get your phones answered, maybe when you're on date night or maybe when you're at a crawl space or on a roof or somewhere and can't really book the inspection and take the inspection. You don't have somebody as a backup call center. It's one of the number 1 things you're missing in the formula of putting your business together and everything. So number 1 thing is booking inspections. That's our office, our client coordinator's number 1 job, booking inspections, okay? So by the time the phone rings twice, they should be answering it and talking with those people and working on that. Now, to some degree, we're always measuring what they can do. So one of the things that we do, for instance, one of the things that Krista used to do even in my previous company, now we have somebody else does it, is we role play with every single client coordinator every single day if possible. Now, it probably doesn't happen every single day. Maybe I'm just delusional and, that's okay. But if I keep trying to say, hey, we need to be role playing with every client coordinator every day, then that's great. Here's the other thing that I've asked for on several occasions, and that is for on the computer screen, before they take any phone calls, they sit down and they listen to a perfect script of somebody taking the inspection. So that is a lead KPI. Did you listen to that today? Check. Yes, I did. And now we know that they've gotten that done. And we may have more than one. We may have 2 or 3 different scenarios that they listen to. I learned this back years ago, 40 plus years ago when I was in the grocery business. As a cashier, this was long before the internet and everything else, as a cashier, you would go walk like the produce department and see what the prices were on all kinds of things like the bananas and the lettuce and the cucumbers, and you would literally write them down on your sheet. So they were getting prepared for that. Don't you realize, of course, we could have just handed that to them when they walked in the door? Why did we want them to walk that department? Because we're getting them in the mindset of making sure that they can really take care of clients and everything. It worked out so much better that direction. So your client coordinators are your cashiers. They are your people that people will ask questions of. Also, Robin, who is our amazing office manager, said, hey, we have a lot of FAQs we know that the client coordinators can refer to. I have some new FAQs. If I type these up and everything, can you put them in the system so that when people call, they can go, oh, yeah, 1 second, let me pull up, and they can just read off the script for them. Do you guys do a termite inspection? And we just read the script for that. And, of course, on top of all that, one of the things we want to make sure is that every single one of our client coordinators are asking for the additional inspections, okay? Do you have a swimming pool? Is there a sprinkler system? Does your home require a termite inspection? I hope you heard the way I asked that. Does your home require a termite inspection? They're going to go, I don't know, does it? Of course it does, okay? Well, we might say 90% of the time it does. And there's a few cases where it probably doesn't. So the bottom line is, what kind of key performance indicators do you have for measuring your success on answering the phones, right? You want to make sure, 1, that you're getting the phone answered quickly, 2, that you're making sure that you answer all the questions and working on upsells, at least asking for those upsells of additional services. And of course, you want to get it scheduled just as quickly as possible. Here's one other KPI. Are we scheduling the first time they call, or do we have to put them on hold list and then hope that they'll call back? And here's one of the things that we do. By 5 o'clock each day, we call back everybody that has not scheduled, and then we try to pull them back in. So that's, again, a lead KPI or key performance indicator. Have we called everybody on our list? And if we did, then how did we do with that? Did they book? Did they not book? And if they booked, well, yeah, then that becomes, again, a lag KPI or key performance indicator. So I'm going to talk more about key performance indicators for home inspectors and for your marketing people, because marketing is the number one most important part of your business, okay? If the marketing isn't done right, you can be a great inspector and still go broke, okay? Now, again, we are going to redo, we had such a great response last night. We had 90-some people that were scheduled for our winter marketing webinar last night. And one of the things that we're going to do is redo that, because some people said they couldn't come to it. And I recorded, but it's only for internal use. We don't put that recording out there anywhere. Now, we may actually give it to our mastermind members or something like that. But the main thing is we don't put it out there. So go out to coachblueprint.com/winter. coachblueprint.com/winter. And go ahead and register for next Wednesday night. And I will be there, and some other great people will be there, and we'll have a class, and we'll talk about the 6 most important things you need to understand about winter marketing. And then I added in a bonus, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, we added in long-term marketing. See, most people do marketing, and by the way, it's not a bad thing. We do flyers that we put in like real estate agent boxes, and we do other things. But what can you do so that when you do it, it stays there for a year or more, okay? And so we went through several things that I do to help create long-term marketing, all right? It's very simple. It's very straightforward. And I will tell you, we made the absolutely best offer that I have ever put together for my Big Bang Marketing, for coming to Mission 25, for all kinds of other things. And you definitely want to come on that class and be part of that and join us for everything. And the other thing is, man, if you're just ready to get signed up and come to Mission 25, then go out to homeinspectormission.com and get signed up. Go out to homeinspectormission.com and get signed up, and then come join us March 10th, 11th, and 12th. Well, as I love to tell people, be successful and be around those that are successful, because you can make the whole difference by just sitting next to other people that have great ideas. And Mission 25, that's what we're going to do with a lot of that. Talk to you again soon. Hope you had a great day.
Guys, I'm so glad that you made it all the way through the episode. I hope you enjoyed that information. We put heart and soul to everything we do. Now you want to make sure you go back out or go out to coachblueprint.com/mission, and we look forward to seeing you at Mission 25. Again, that's coachblueprint.com/mission. Do not miss Mission 25. You can then be one of the people that say you were there as you saw us reignite the fire and terminate excuses and help you get back on your feet or get on your feet the first time and get it right. Join us for Mission 25. Come with me if you want to succeed in business.